All right. So, Ashley, Carl, Danielle, Deborah, Demeji, Ebony, Ed, thanks guys for joining. I know it's been a very long conference with a lot of information, and I did not want to take you away from the dance party, but since it is
hard work into it. A lot of people,
Always.
including you guys, and thank you guys for being our title sponsor. I see a lot of good people in here ready to hear what you have to say, so I'm going to shut up and get out of your way. Take care, brother.
All right, thanks. I'll see you around. All right. So, Ashley, Carl, Danielle, Deborah, Demeji, Ebony, Ed, thanks guys for joining. I know it's been a very long conference with a lot of information, and I did not want to take you away from the dance party, but since it is 7:30 on the East Coast, 6:30 Central, I think it's time, and because we've had so many long sessions learning so much, I think it's definitely time for a happy hour. So if you haven't already, go ahead and grab, and if you don't drink, grab a soda water or whatever, but I think it's time for a cheers. So congratulations to all of you for making it through 2 days of intense learning, and let's have some fun tonight. So, if you are, can I unmute people or no? Grab my water. Cheers. That's nice. Yeah. So first of all, if you guys have any questions, or if you want me to answer anything, there's the chat box on obviously the right, or wherever it is on your screen, and you can ask questions. I really love interactions, so feel free to just jump in with whatever. My brother and co-founder is also on this call, and so he can help answer questions as well. And he'll jump in if I'm just kind of talking too much. But yeah, I mean, first of all, I'll give you guys a bunch of credit for sticking with this conference for the full 2 days and staying with it for the last 30 minutes to an hour to hear us out. Thank you again, and I'll kind of get into it. I don't want to waste your guys' time. Oh yeah, so before I even dig into anything, I'm going to tell you a lot about LinkedIn and a lot about how LinkedIn can be helping your business. But one thing that I want to really encourage and kind of push you towards is scheduling a discovery call or a demo with our team will give you way more insight and knowledge of how we can help your specific business, because everyone's unique. Some of our clients have a history in healthcare. Some of them are military veterans. And we can tailor every single campaign, every single audience to what exactly you're looking to target. And so the best thing to do is to schedule a discovery call with our team, and they can kind of dig into your particular business and see what the right solution for you would be. And my brother Sean, he just posted the link onto the little chat bar. So if you want to just bounce at any point and just schedule a demo, that's more than welcome, and you can do that soon. But in any case, yeah, I'm going to talk about how to leverage LinkedIn. We have our presentation is called Locking in LinkedIn Profits. In fact, we're doing a full intensive 2-day course in Seattle with Clubwell, I believe in September, where we're going to bring you through step by step and kind of hold your hands. And that conference or that kind of activity is called Locking in LinkedIn Profits as well. So be on the lookout for that. But a little background on me and my brother. So my name's Casey, my brother Sean O'Toole. We're realtors out of Santa Barbara and Ventura County here in California. Sean's been a top realtor in Ventura for probably 13 or 14 years. I joined his practice about 3 or 4 years ago. But my background is not in real estate. My background is more in technology. So I have a graduate degree in data analytics from UC San Diego, which is basically data science. And when I joined Sean's practice, he was trying to encourage me to generate business the way normal realtors do, which is door knock and cold call and all those things that we all love to do. But I don't enjoy doing that. And so I was trying to determine newer ways to generate business that's easier and more effective and is done for you on autopilot. So, I go to sleep 9 o'clock, 9:30 every night. I have a clean LinkedIn inbox. I wake up the next morning, 6:30, whatever, 7, and I have messages that kept coming overnight. So I love the fact that there's prospecting being done for me automatically, and I'm not doing any of it. That's the power of automation. So when I first started in real estate, we initially launched into Santa Barbara, which Sean wasn't really as active in Santa Barbara at the time, but I was, since I live up here. But I didn't have a foothold or anything up here. So what I did is, rather than cold calling, I leveraged technology. We created an email software that was able to generate very high open rates to thousands of confirmed homeowners on a daily basis. And that's how I kind of broke into the Santa Barbara market. So when I started to do business in Santa Barbara, our first effectively $10 million in sales in Santa Barbara was due to automating email sequences using our created cold email software. They got like 50% open rates. We got domains blacklisted, but we just kept getting new ones. We had a really cool system going on. The issue with email is it's finite. There's only so many people that you can gain access to their email address. And so we burned through that list pretty quickly. You made us a lot of money, but I needed to quickly learn about newer ways to generate business. We used our email software, in fact, to land our next kind of business model, which was home buying presentations. So rather than farming neighborhoods and geographies, what we would be doing is we would be farming companies, and we'd be saying, hey, we want to be offering your employees home buying presentations so they can learn more about the market in their area, buy a home, which would help you increase your employee retention. So we had a bunch of home buying presentations kind of lined up, and that's kind of how that was our next step for developing our business in Santa Barbara and Ventura. But the reason why I bring it up is because it's what led me to LinkedIn as like the big aha moment. So we did a home buying presentation at this company called Procore, which is one of the largest construction software companies in Santa Barbara / in California. And about an hour or two after our presentation ended, I went onto LinkedIn and I messaged the HR director, Gil, and I said, hey, thanks so much for inviting us in to present to your employees. I had a really good time. We offered them 20% credit off of our from our commission as a credit toward closing costs, as a way of saying thank you to all your employees. And by the way, that credit could also be applied to you as well. So it was a very nonchalant kind of way of just saying, hey, let's see if I can get his business as well. Within an hour, he responded back saying, thanks for presenting today. I've heard great feedback about you guys' presentation. And funny you mentioned it, because my wife and I are looking to buy a house this year, and I would love to meet with you personally and grab coffee and talk about real estate. So we did close the deal, and that was our big aha moment that, wow, if this was easy to do in a manual fashion of just reaching out to one person, what if we were able to automate this and kind of scale it? So that's kind of where we started to develop our company, or our business, MyLink Solution, is we figured out a way to automate connection requests and automate follow-up messages to targeted prospects on LinkedIn. So yeah, and from then we've been off to the races. And so in a nutshell, what our company does is we're basically a software as a service company. So we sync our software with your LinkedIn profile. We can then find all of the ideal customers or ideal prospects that you're looking to prospect to and recruit and generate business from on LinkedIn. So whether you went to the same university, whether you do home buying presentations at certain companies, whether you have a background in tech and you want to reach out to technologists, engineering, whatever. We can find some way of creating this rapport with these prospects on LinkedIn. We can then narrow down even further, be like, yeah, I want people that went to UCSB, but I only want the ones that have at least 10 years of experience and who have who graduated from UCSB and who are like the higher level executives, like CEOs, founders, partners, directors. So we went from finding people who we have a common experience with, and then we went to only the best. So we can find them on LinkedIn. We put that search into our system. Now our system sends out about 100 invite messages a day on your behalf. We send out 100 invite messages a day to that group of people, that very targeted group of people, and with a follow-up sequence. So when they connect with you, if they don't reply, we'll send a follow-up message saying, hey, thanks so much for connecting. It's great to meet you. I love networking with fellow UCSB alumni here in town. My name is Casey. I'm a local realtor. I'm offering a Go Gaucho credit where I can give you 20% of my commission or up to $4,000 back at closing if you allow me to help you with the next home purchase or sale. Here's my calendar. Feel free to schedule a call with me if you ever have any interest in buying or selling a home. And that was my first campaign, and it absolutely crushed in Santa Barbara. It was incredible. So again, our system, we sync with your LinkedIn profile, we find the right audience for you on LinkedIn, and then we put them into our system and send them an automated connection request and follow matches all via LinkedIn. So literally all you have to do is log into LinkedIn once a day and reply to messages as they're coming in and setting appointments. That's kind of it in a nutshell. Now that we figured out that like this does work, I wanted to know why it works. Because obviously cold email, cold calling, door knocking, those are all cold approaches to prospecting. I mean, how difficult is it to generate and create that rapport over a random cold call? They don't know who you are, what you look like, why you're calling, and what you want. And so the ability to like get all that out of that person within 30 seconds to a minute is very difficult. I think one main reason why LinkedIn is such a powerful tool to prospect is you don't have to spend the time or the effort to introduce yourself. They do that for you. They when you send messages to them, you're already explaining to them why you're reaching out to them. And you even create that rapport by saying you have a shared similar experience or whatever it might be. So you're already kind of building that bridge of a relationship all via LinkedIn. That prospect is then looking at your profile on LinkedIn, and they are determining upon their own volition whether they want to respond to you or not. Not all of them respond. In fact, a majority of them don't. And not all of them respond positively. A lot of them say, no thanks, not interested, not looking to buy a home, whatever it may be. But one thing I realized really early on in real estate is that this is a numbers game and a timing game. If you have enough people at the right time, you're gonna get business. So you would be blown away at how often we send out effectively cold messages via LinkedIn, again, creating that relationship, but how often people would be responding back, whoa, random timing. My wife and I just decided to buy a home. We're actually talking to a lender right now, but we're looking to look at houses this year. Great, let's set up a call. Or, interesting that you just messaged me. Unfortunately, my wife and I are going through a divorce, and we need to sell our house, whatever it may be. But when you send out these organic yet authentic messages to these folks on LinkedIn, you get organic and authentic responses. And we have so many years of experience doing this. We know exactly what to do to leverage our system correctly to generate the most high quality responses for you every single day. So why LinkedIn? Again, it's the ability to create this rapport. It's the ability for them to get to know you before they get to know you. And it's ability for you to get to know them before you get to know them. So there's ways of kind of getting to know people before. So that's number one. Highest net worth. You can filter based on top level executives. So, if you can find CEOs, founders, partners, directors of companies that have 50 or more employees, chances are they are wealthy enough and willing and able potentially to buy or sell a home. So the fact that you can narrow down based on financial demography is huge. You can even filter out people who don't have a job, people who are unemployed or entry level or interns. So you can make sure that you're reaching out to just the people that you know you want to bring into your network that are potential buyers and sellers. And because it's a professional network, you get much more positive responses. Like I was saying before, when we do cold email marketing, we got a lot of negative responses. Like, how did you know where I live? Take me off your list. You're a spammer, this and that. You know, after a while, I grew a thick skin and didn't bother me, but it's never fun. But with LinkedIn, it is a world of a difference. They see your face. They see your mutual connections. The chances of them responding negatively is very low. I mean, I would never be critical to a person trying to offer me a service if I knew that they were good friends or knew someone that I cared about deeply, right? So LinkedIn is a really unique platform for lead gen and prospecting because of that reason. And finally, no one's really doing it, or no one's really doing it effectively. So there's been a lot of talk about Facebook. I mean, Facebook is great. Facebook is a great platform if you want to generate a large amount of leads at a very low cost. But I believe that Facebook is where you go to get leads, whereas LinkedIn is where you go to find clients. The difficulty of converting a lead from Facebook when you're competing with 12 other agents is way harder than having an organic conversation with someone on LinkedIn. Plus, LinkedIn, they have this algorithm where they put ads in front of people who have a higher propensity of clicking on links because it makes them more money and you get to more leads and everyone's happy. But that's not necessarily a good thing because it just takes up more time to have to convert them, and it's just way harder. So yeah, Facebook's great if you have the systems and the team in place to work them correctly, great. Otherwise, I think LinkedIn is the way to go. So you don't want to just jump into LinkedIn, use our services, and start messaging people without the right steps before. So the first thing you want to do before anything else is you want to have a very comprehensive, and just spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and filling out all the assets that LinkedIn has to offer. So you want to first clean up your LinkedIn profile. That way, when you're messaging these folks, they're seeing who you are, and they're then choosing upon their own volition to respond to you back. You're putting your best foot forward. We have a video which we can send you as well on what to do exactly to enhance your LinkedIn profile. It's very simple, but drop your email in this chat box, and I can send you that video of how to enhance your LinkedIn profile. Next is you want to learn how to manage messages, because again, when you are messaging so many people, you want to learn how to manage them correctly so you don't get overwhelmed. Then you want to strategize your ideal audience and your campaigns. So that's where we come into play. This is where, again, I would highly recommend you scheduling a demo with our team, because we know the right strategies that could help you out on how to leverage our system correctly. I mean, we would learn about your business, your sales, like your past experiences, whatever kind of similarities you may have with people that we can search for on LinkedIn. And then we can create the right campaigns that work the best for you. So whether it's a local heroes program where we're reaching out to veterans and people in the military, or the healthcare campaign, or a local heroes healthcare campaign, or public educators. There's lots of, so that's one. Another great campaign is our alumni campaign, where we're creating this rapport almost immediately by saying like, hey, looks like you and I both graduated from the same university. That's awesome. I mean, personally, I would much prefer to work with a realtor or someone else, finance, whatever, who also graduated from UCSB, because heck, I know people from UCSB like to have fun. And so that's why the alumni campaign works really well. The other one that works really well is our philanthropy campaign. So Lindsay Nikorchuk is one of our Club Wealth coaches, she's been using our system for quite some time now. And she uses a campaign called Sell a Home, Save a Child. But this could apply for any sort of charity that you're passionate about. She has a campaign that works so well. She's closed 7 transactions, over $3 million in volume, $70,000 in commission within a 6-month period directly from our system. And her campaign, and we can, I mean, she gave us, rights to, essentially emulate her campaigns and duplicate it for whatever you want to do. She focuses on high-level executives in tech, and she promotes this Sell a Home, Save a Child service or kind of philanthropic stance, which is so smart. So what she says is, hey, first name, great to meet you. I'm a local realtor here in the Seattle area. Not sure if you're interested in buying or selling a home, more or less, but if so, hopefully you can help me achieve my goal. For every transaction that I complete, I donate a portion of my proceeds, my commission, to Sell a Home, Save a Child. My goal this year is to save 15 children in Honduras and help them get clean water. And if you're interested in selling your home or buying, let me know. We can schedule a call. She was able to generate that much business without any follow-up. She was just vigorously inside her LinkedIn profile, her messenger inbox, and she was just having conversations on a daily basis. And so if you think about it, it makes sense. People want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And so if you have a philanthropic stance that you're trying to kind of, do good in the world, I would prefer to work with someone like that. And then even if they aren't looking to buy or sell, the responses that she's been getting have been incredible. It's like, oh, what a great cause you're working for. That's incredible. I sponsored a child in Africa last year. It's great. I'll definitely think of you when I'm looking to buy or sell. Just that's great. I went down to Honduras last year. So whatever it might be, but the fact that you're promoting something different than like your own success, people attach to that. And so again, we can help craft this campaign for you, and we can send it out to the masses, and literally people just start responding back, and you set the appointments. I mean, this is a marketing and technology summit focused on automation. This is the automation tool, in my opinion, you need to focus on, because literally we do it all for you, and all you have to do is reply. So our average client is getting over 600 plus new connections on LinkedIn every single month. They're getting over 100 conversations on LinkedIn every single month. And this leads to between 3 and 7 on average appointments with new clients every single month. So if you think about it, that in and of itself is extremely valuable, right? The instant business, the instant conversations, like the growing of your network. But one thing that keeps us separated from the rest, in my opinion, is the fact that we can massively increase your contact database. So whatever CRM that you're currently using, whether it's FirePoint, Sierra, LionDesk, Follow Boss, whatever it is, we can give you a download of your connections, which gives you, first name, last name, title, company, email, phone number, location, all the information, a download, and you can upload it into your CRM, which you can then put them in monthly market newsletters, market snapshots, buyer drips, seller, whatever you want to do. But this data is gold. I mean, having a background in data science, I understand the power of data, and we can give you 600 new data points every single month for you to use however you wish. So that's probably, in my opinion, the most valuable. Yeah, you get instant business from it. Our average client closes a deal within their first month. You get clients within your first month, but you close a deal, within your first 3 months. So if you work the system well enough, you can close business 100%. One thing too to mention is that we allow up to 2 campaigns to run simultaneously. So if you want buyers and sellers, that's awesome. We can use one of our local heroes, veteran campaign, healthcare, alumni. That's one campaign. If you want to do that plus if you're like a team leader or run a brokerage, one of the other kind of big use cases for our system is to recruit agents onto your team. So about 20% of our clients are team leaders and brokerage, broker owners, and they use our system to recruit. So this guy, Brian, you might know him, he's the co-founder of eXp Realty. He used our system to recruit people onto his team and onto eXp, and he's crushing it. So a lot of this depends on the value that you're offering in your scripts, but I guarantee you, like, you are offering value. You're gonna have to figure out what it is. So are you offering a comprehensive, CRM and leads and technology and coaching and mentoring? What does your average agent make in their first year? You mentioned that too. So I saw a funny post. So I mean, if you want to recruit, you can recruit, but the art of this is crafting the right message, offering the right value, and then being on top of all the business that's coming in. Also, a best practice is to include a calendar link. So if you haven't heard of Calendly or Set Schedule, one of those things, but not Set Schedule, sorry, that's not what it was. Set Appointment, or just any sort of calendar link is fine, but you want to probably include some sort of calendar link because you want to make the call to action safe and simple. So when you're sending out messages to these folks on a mass level, it is kind of hard to have conversations every single day. But if you include a calendar link, which is kind of what we're doing here, by the way, like the reason why we are putting in our Calendly demo so often is because that is how you get them into your system. So FYI, once you schedule a demo, you're gonna talk to our sales team, but you want people to be setting a demo or an appointment with you, because then it sends out reminders and hey, don't forget about our call coming up. And it's really easy for them to do. It's not easy to go back and forth to set appointments with prospects on a daily basis. Tuesday doesn't work, but Wednesday does, Friday is no good. Like, just give them a calendar. Make sure you have control over your calendar and you block off certain times you're busy. But give them your calendar. Hey, I want to talk to you about our business. I want to talk to you about selling or buying real estate. I want to talk to you about joining a brokerage. Here's my calendar. Find a time that works for you, and we can talk then. It's simple and easy. So, yeah, again, you can run multiple campaigns simultaneously up to 2. You're able to change your campaigns once a month if you wanted to. You can get incredible success if you leverage it correctly. Our average client's making a deal every 3 months using our system, and you're getting clients every month. So I mentioned earlier about how we can give you a download of all your contacts from within LinkedIn for you to upload into a custom audience or upload into your CRM. But one new feature that we just added recently is our CRM Integration Plus. So now what we can do is we can sync our system with your CRM. So again, Follow Up Boss, whatever you use, so that every new connection that is made from our system and from LinkedIn, it'll get automatically parsed into your CRM, and then you can tag them as hot lead or LinkedIn lead or whatever you want to do. Tag them, and then apply an action plan. Apply an email drip system. This is the one I'm currently using, where every new connection that gets connected with me on LinkedIn, I put a 7-day delay on our follow-up system. But then after 7 days, this prospect or this person from LinkedIn gets an email from me saying, "Hello, John. This is Casey. Sorry to bother you, but I noticed that someone with your first name, John, visited our website recently, yesterday, looking for homes for sale here in Santa Barbara. Was this you by chance? I know we're friends on LinkedIn, and so I thought it may have been you, and I wanted to make sure you had the direct link to our site in case you wanted to keep in touch and keep browsing." So even though this is a little bit misleading, it is incredibly effective, and you would be really surprised at how effective it is when people go, here. When people say, "Hey Casey, it probably was me, as my husband and I are looking for a house here in Santa Barbara. Thanks for the info." We sent this out to probably 4,000 or 5,000 people, and we got dozens of people with this exact same response. Like, it may not have been me, but it could have been. My husband visits a lot of sites, and sometimes I don't know what he's clicking on, but we are looking for a home because we just moved here. We need to find a house soon. So people will self-select into like raising their hand that they're a buyer or seller. At that point, you reply, you give them a call, you set an appointment, and you acquire them as a client. The best part about all this is it's done automatically and extremely effectively. So I haven't done a thing to get this lead, but Rachel, she connected with me on LinkedIn. She may not have responded immediately, but maybe she did. But regardless, 7 days later, I sent this email, and now I'm more actively pursuing this as an actual client. So again, we can set this all up for you. So regardless of which CRM that you're currently using, our integration is with Zapier, which you may have heard about on this tech conference. So if you use Zapier at all, we can even just give you the right instructions on how to kind of sync it with your own account. If you're not familiar with Zapier, we can use our account and sync it for you. So yeah, so I mean, if you don't know if your CRM would work, it probably does. Zapier, they connect and sync with over like hundreds of thousands of different apps, 95,000, but lots. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Again, I would highly recommend scheduling a demo. It is probably the best way for you to kind of really dig into how this can work for you in particular. We are offering a Club Wealth discount, a Club Wealth promo. So for every Club Wealth attendee at this conference, if you schedule a demo and talk to our sales team, mention that you got here through Club Wealth and use the promo code WEALTH, WEALTH, at checkout, and you'll get half off of your first month of our services. And then we're going to waive the setup fee as well. So, setup fee is typically about $300 a person, so that's gone, and we'll give you half off the first month. The cost of our services, long term is $270 a month. So we charge $270 a month for our services, and then we also require all of our clients to have Sales Navigator, which is an additional $80 a month. So out the door, after your first month, will be $350, but your first month of our services is just $135. So half off of $270 is $135, and then Sales Navigator gives you a free month as well. So $135 for your first month, and then $350 thereafter. But if you think about it, if you close one deal within your first month or within your first 3 months, that pays for our services. In Santa Barbara, it pays for our services for 3 years in a row. Because up here, our median home value was $1 million. In fact, my brother and I, we just closed on a $2 million property that we generated from LinkedIn. So $2 million, that was a $40,000 commission. And obviously that would pay for the system for years on end. So yeah, one sale, 3 months, kind of makes sense. I will spend, that was kind of a lot. And I know you guys are probably burnt out from the weekend, from the week. But I want to kind of take a minute and see if I can answer any questions. Sean, you've been kind of managing the the chat. So was there anything I missed or didn't touch upon?
I think you're pretty good there, Casey, but why don't you show everyone Sales Navigator? I think Sales Navigator is such an amazing tool and some different campaigns that you can offer, or we can offer to our clients, and also maybe touch on how a lot of these agents are listing agents, and how you can market your listings to custom audiences using our system. That's really powerful as well.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So this is Sales Navigator, and there was a question of why we need it. let me just touch on that real fast. The reason why you need Sales Navigator is twofold. One is it increases the threshold of activity that you're permitted to have on LinkedIn. If you didn't have a LinkedIn Sales Navigator, your account would be restricted, or they would say, hey, you're overusing our free account. You need to upgrade to a premium. So number one is it increases the threshold. We send out 100 invite messages a day on your behalf, and we're fine. We're below that threshold. Our clients are happy. But the main reason is it really helps us narrow in on the targeted audience that you're looking to reach out to. So this is Sales Navigator. This is LinkedIn's premium account. It's at $80 a month, and it allows you to really drill into, Santa Barbara County, who I have mutual friends with on LinkedIn, who have seniority levels of CEO, CFO, founder, partner, director, owner, all the top affluent titles, who have more than 10 years of experience, who work for companies that have 11 or let's say even like 50 or more employees. So if you're a top level executive in Santa Barbara and you have a lot of experience, chances are you own a home or are looking to buy a home. So that's a main reason. And also you can exclude, you obviously don't want to reach out to loan officers, financial advisors, realtors, lenders. So you can exclude people using Sales Navigator as well. So the main reason for Sales Navigator is it really lets us hone in on your ideal customer profile and then put the right audience into your campaigns. So another thing that Sean brought upon that pointed out, and it's really astute, was how you can leverage this to win listing presentations, okay? I'm not sure if you guys were able to check out the Tech Gurus panel yesterday, but one thing I mentioned about tech is that if you can explain and prove to these sellers during a listing presentation that your tech is more advanced and is able to get their listing in front of more people automatically and targeted, you're gonna win that listing. And we have won numerous listings talking about MyLink solution and talking about the system that we own, but also just operate. So, I mean, one amazing way that we've been using this for our listings, we have luxury listings. We have one at a $2 million property in Ventura, 2 million beach houses, etc. And we use our system to market those listings specifically to top-level executives from feeder cities. So a lot of people from the Bay Area, from San Francisco and like the LA area, they will move and find like a vacation home in Santa Barbara, in Ventura, in different areas because they want a beach home. And so when you are doing a listing presentation, you can use our system as a way to say, look, I can put your listing in front of thousands of top-level executives from areas where I think your buyer is going to be coming from. And then you just put them into a campaign, promote their listing, and you get business. Now you're generating leads, and you're also promoting a listing at the same time, and it's all included. So that's one campaign. Again, you can run 2 campaigns simultaneously. So if you want to run one listing booster campaign, you're welcome to do that, as well as a buyer-seller campaign. So customer support, that was a great question. Yes, when we first launched this company about 2 years ago, we first launched it as a single user license where we allowed our clients to log in, create their own account, create their own searches, manage their own audiences, their own campaigns. It was good, but it was complicated. I mean, we're realtors. I'm a realtor. Sean's a realtor. We're busy, right? So what we've done as a result of that is we realize that people don't really want to manage it. They just want the leads. So as a result, we've created a software as a service company. So now we own and operate our software, and we also manage it for all of our clients. So with that comes our client success manager. If you ever want to have like a strategy call with one of our team members, we can help you out with that. We'll give you like his own calendar link. You can schedule a call with them. you want to like review some of your results, change your campaigns, talk about your audience, we will help you. Even if you want to talk about your profile, you can arrange a call with him and talk about your profile. It's one of our resources that not many of our clients use, but it's 100% available. Sean, were there any other questions I should be touching upon?
But one thing you might be able to talk about is recruiting and how successful people have used our system to recruit.
Yeah, so it's arguably a more effective campaign or a more effective system for recruiting because LinkedIn is a professional network. And so when you are on LinkedIn, if you're not using our system, you typically go on there for looking for opportunities. And they even like have a section now on LinkedIn where it says, let recruiters know that you're available. So people are on there because they're looking for jobs or have jobs to offer. So I mean, we have Tristan Ahumada with Blackfoot Agents, Barry Jenkins, Nick Baldwin was using it for a little while. Like, I mean, some of the top level people who are growing massive teams have used our system to recruit agents onto their team and have had incredible success. I think he got like 5 or 6 recruits onto his team within a couple months. It's insane. But again, like the trick is to offer a ton of value and then have a really safe and simple call to action, and then you close them. And if you're a closer, then it all works fine. Training
Casey,
portal. What's that?
Casey, you want to talk about also ways to network and get referrals using our system by marketing to feeder cities?
Yeah, so if you are located in a feeder city, located in like a destination location, like Park City, Utah, or even like Santa Barbara, right? So we're in like vacation town. It may not be the best approach, which it could be depending on your market, to reach out to buyers and sellers because like buyers don't really come from your area. Buyers come from out of town. So we've had clients in the past who have done really well with prospecting to referral agents in feeder cities. So Miami, for example, is a destination, a vacation home area, or I think it's Miami, somewhere in Florida, for people who live in New York. And one of our clients was creating a campaign, reaching out to realtors in New York City, saying like, hey, I'm a top local realtor in Miami or wherever the vacation area was in Florida. I know a lot of buyers come from your exact area or your exact town. So not sure if you have anyone who's looking to buy here, but I'll offer you a 30% referral or whatever it is. We take great care of our clients. That way you're reaching out to like the right people and it's a lot more, it's a better bang for your buck. Some people try and go directly to the source and try and find the actual consumer in those areas. I wouldn't recommend it because even if there are a lot of people who move from New York City to Florida, it's still probably less than 1%, right? So, but if you talk to the realtors who have access to those people, who know their clients want to be moving or buying a home in Florida, that's who you want to be reaching out to. So again, guys, if you haven't already, include your email in the chat, and I can send you a video tutorial of how to enhance your LinkedIn profile. And I can also send you a video on like best practices on how to manage your messages correctly. If you haven't already, I would highly recommend scheduling a demo with our team. Again, we dig real deep into your systems, your processes, your business model, your real estate practice, and we customize a solution for you. And part of like the fun that our team says is like really digging deep and customizing a solution and personalizing a solution that works best for you. Yeah. Sean, were there any other questions that I missed?
No, I think that's really good. It's just, how I like to go off on tangents and just talk about different fun campaigns. But, we've had people who are reaching out to asset managers around the country saying, hey, I'm your REO resource for the Ventura County, for the LA County, whatever you want to say. We have people who reach out to HR directors trying to get that employee benefit program for their county. We have people reaching out to attorneys, probate attorneys, saying, hey, I'm a real estate resource, can help you out with any estate planning. You can offer your DPOs, at time of death, etc. So there's a lot of different avenues that you can take advantage of LinkedIn on. It's an infinite amount of possibility of different campaigns that you can work on. And the idea is to really customize it for yourself. I mean, we've got a gentleman in Florida who's basically reaching out to employees of Disney, so you can reach out to different corporations. So I really suggest everyone go and set up an appointment with one of our salespeople that really understands real estate and how to maximize our system for realtors. So definitely encourage everyone to sign up for a demo.
Yes, and so there was a question earlier about if a VA could learn this, and really anyone can, right? So we have our VA managing our LinkedIn messages, but it takes only about 10 minutes a day. Let me show you what to do, because I think I mentioned it before. If you just go to your LinkedIn messaging inbox, you'll see a bunch of messages here, right? And it's too much to handle. But if you simply go up here to the search filter, you can sort by unread messages. Now these are all the people who are looking to, or who have responded to you, but you haven't replied back to yet. So now from here, guys, I'm not even kidding you. I just got this lead right now. So this guy James just responded. So I have the automation going at this moment, and he responds. So my message to him is, hello James, I hope you're doing well. Want to check in and be a resource to you. There's lots of misinformation, but we just launched a brand new website. I want to update you on the market in Santa Barbara. Here's our website. You can check out listings. Also, the site includes a comprehensive home search and a free home valuation tool. I'd love to get your opinion on our new site. What do you think? So ending it on a question is really important. This guy James, 4:51, so it was about 21 minutes ago. He says, thanks, well timed. We're just starting the home search process. I'll forward this on to my wife, and we'll give it a look in the next couple of days. So now, I mean, after this call, I'm going to log into LinkedIn. I'm going to reply to him, and more importantly, I'm going to archive him as a good lead. So now that you archive him as a good lead, you can sort by archive messages, and now these are all your good leads. This guy Gary just scheduled a call with me for next week. He's also looking to buy a house. Simon Uli, Simon even gave me like what he's looking for. So I set him up on listing alerts. Again, we have their email address. We have all their contact information. He was looking for 2 or 3 beds under 800K in Santa Barbara. That's great. That's very doable. We can find him a house. Ron Keller, this was last week. He says, thinking of selling my house at River Park in Oxnard. I reply, happy 4th of July. When's a good time to talk today? Anytime. Gives a number, give him a call. We talk to him. So again, you want to be on top of this. So if you sort by unread messages and then archive the good leads, you can just start having this as being like a little mini CRM. Any other questions?
All right, quick. I have a question. There's 22 people on this panel still. Can you raise your hand if you're actively using LinkedIn to market? I always kind of take these polls, because one of the things I've noticed is so many agents really just pass over LinkedIn and they focus everything on Facebook. And it's been really lucrative for my brother and I to really focus on LinkedIn and not as much on Facebook. You know, we basically just have Ylopo handle all of our Facebook stuff, and we handle all of our LinkedIn stuff, which is what we specialize in. But yeah, if you could raise your hand if you're actively using it or not, just out of curiosity. So 3 participants of 21. So that's decent. That's decent. Usually it's 0. Honestly, it's really shocking. But you know, sometimes you got to look around the corner for the newest and most innovative way to market. And for us, LinkedIn has been a huge win. So
yeah, so let me kind of show you what we do. And so like I was saying before, this is all about automating stuff and keeping your life simple, so you don't have to spend as much time. I mean, again, when Sean was having me cold call expired listings, I was not having it. It was taking way too much time and it was exhausting. Automating your systems and integrating everything is the way to go. So let me show you what our current automation integration / tech stack is. So what we do is every new connection. So I literally, so these are all of our new connections that we got from LinkedIn in the past so many days. When they become a connection with me on LinkedIn, I have a Zapier set up so that they're immediately brought into Follow Up Boss with 2 tags. One tag is LinkedIn's _Zap_Casey, and then the other tag is Y_import_retargeting. So if you have Ylopo, then you understand that what this does is it immediately gives Ylopo an indication to start retargeting them on remarketing to them on Facebook. So now this person, I have a 7-day delay, so they're not in an action plan yet. But this person in 2 days will be then put onto an action plan from a different app, which we can create for you. But they came in from my LinkedIn. They're being already retargeted on Facebook using Ylopo. And in 2 days, they're going to be put into an action plan where they're going to be getting emails from me. You know, again, like sending someone with your first name, visit our website. We'd love to talk to you about real estate. And again, you just keep them in your system. They're seeing you on LinkedIn. They're seeing you on email. They're seeing you on Facebook. They're going like, these guys came out of nowhere. And now all of a sudden, they're everywhere. And we're really not doing much. We just set up the right systems and we hit go, and that's it. So we can help you with this. And you know, whether you're using Follow Up Boss, FirePoint, LionDesk, there's ways of kind of creating all these integrations together.
Casey, can you answer the question regarding if you need to have a Zapier account or not?
If you do have a Zapier account, we can just give you instructions and how to like grab the webhook and kind of integrate things. It's pretty simple. If you don't have a Zapier account, you can use ours. We have it's an add-on product. It comes with our Zapier account plus the service of getting things updated and uploaded for, I believe it's $100 a month. So if you don't have one, not a problem. You can use ours. We would walk you through step by step how to integrate with your CRMs, and we would set up all up for you. You know, we would need your LinkedIn email and your CRM login credentials and things like that. But yeah, so you don't need one. But here's what I'm doing currently. So because the other Zap, the other thing that we can do too is we can bring in messages. So not just new LinkedIn connections, but now we can also tag and move messages to wherever you want. Right now, I'm moving every new inbound LinkedIn message as a notification email and as a note into Follow Up Boss. So this is a guy that just became a lead, right? So I got an email saying, you just received a LinkedIn message from James Dabbs. Here's what your message says. Thanks, well timed. We're just starting the home search now. This is what I just literally read to you about a minute ago. So this is what he says. Then I'm giving you information. Here's some additional information that you may want to use when contacting James. James is a staff software engineer at Procore Technologies in the city of Santa Barbara, California. If they had a phone number, it'd be there. But to reply, visit his profile and message him back. So you go to his profile, and now you can message him back. So again, everything is streamlined, makes life way easier. But this guy's a really hot client because he is an engineer with over 2 years experience at one of the biggest tech companies in Santa Barbara. So this guy is definitely a qualified buyer. And let's see if he's coming here to follow us. Sometimes zaps take a little bit of time. Yep, so this already happened too. So now not only is he being retargeted on Facebook with this tag using Ylopo, he'll be put into an action plan within a short amount of time. And I also brought in his message. Thanks, Walt Time. Starting the home search process now. I'll forward this to my wife. Now what I can do is I can now tag him as a warm buyer. Say tag him as a buyer. So if you had any other action plans that are associated with these tags, you can get it started on those as well. So it's pretty cool. It's a powerful tool. And yeah, I mean, we're a company. We are owned and operated by realtors. We understand exactly what the mindset is for these potential clients of prospects. That's why over the past 2 years, we've grown exponentially our own business and helped our clients generate probably hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of commission. We know the right scripts. We know the right audience. We know how to get you business. Again, I would highly recommend scheduling a demo if you haven't already, so that we can customize the solution for you. Well, Sean, did I miss anything? Are people still on?
Yeah, there's 17 people still there. Yeah.
Ashley, Daniel, Deborah, Keith, Krista. Anyone have any questions? Nancy, Paul, Regina. Regina, I feel like I've talked to you before, or
She's for sure on Ylopo. She's on LabCoats.
LabCo, yeah, she's a LabCo moderator. Regina, what do you think? Oh, she bounced out. Well, let's get her away. I can promote to panelists, I think anyone that I want. Does anyone have any questions that they want to kind of ask more personally? This is if so, just like, oh, there she is, awesome. Regina, how are you?
Casey, can you unmute her?
Yeah, unmute. I'm trying to.
Actually, I'm gonna promote the panelists.